Good morning, everybody. These messages today I was about to do the traditional zodiac readings that I do every single day, and it didn't matter what deck that I used. You can see here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the messages kept coming out the same, repeat, repeat. So I asked my spirit guides, like, what's going on here? And they've been doing a lot of channeling to me, and I'm channeling messages, and it's to do with all the zodiac signs. In fact, because they're all so similar, because of these periods that we're going through of divine unions coming back into order, karma being played out, etc., etc. They're repeating messages daily. And I'm getting a lot of personal reads that are going in the same direction. I was fortunate enough to do a read yesterday that was actually a twin flame union, and it was a reminder to me because I keep getting so many inquiries about what should I do. Um, what should I do? Should I go back to the past? I'm still confused. Can you give me a hint of what my future is going to be like? Well, because these are general reads, I'm getting as much information as I can. And the reason I'm not calling on any, like, everybody wants to know these new loves that are entering, the zodiac signs. Well, when you're dealing with thousands of people, every single zodiac sign is out there. That's why I don't name them out, because for every viewer, it'll be a different zodiac sign. Some will be the same, but they're all there, all 12. So without a personal read, you're not going to get that information. It's a possibility of 12, and they're all there because there's more than 12 people viewing. So that's why I don't do it. What it ends up doing is confusing people that, okay, this person's getting that one and this person's getting that one. You can't do that on a general read. Um, what I am going to do for you, because that's what was channeled to me to do, because as you can see, all of these decks, didn't matter how I shuffled them, they're coming out the same. And it is a collective read for 12 zodiac signs, because so many people have the same questions. Well, what should I do? Should I go back to the past? Should I move forward? And the messages that I'm getting from my guides are like, they use the analogy of like a toddler learning to walk. Now, if a toddler learning to walk and hit the wall and got hurt and fell down, the universe or a good parent is going to be there to uplift that toddler again and encourage them to keep going on their path. And if the child gets up again and decides to walk again and then goes in the opposite direction and hits another wall and falls down again, the universe and a parent would pick up that toddler again. And that is what's going on here for the entire collective who are going through these situations. It's not going to apply to people that don't need the message. So I'm not trying to like come off lectury or sermony, so please don't get offended if these aren't your messages. It may not apply to you, but there's so many people that it is applying to, that is what the universe's message to you is. You've been heavily burdened. It's to do with emotions and expression of emotions, feeling invisible. Some people have cut people off. The Ice Queen is here, male or female energies, heartbreaking situations, and it says to call upon the muse. So my spirit guides, look at this, are saying a message for you. This is from the universe to you, collective. I'm thinking of you this very moment, and your love fills me with light. I love you. This is for the collective who are making this decision. There is no correct or wrong decision as long as you're learning to walk. If you go back to the past and you hit that wall again, the universe will pick you up again until you learn not to walk into that wall because it hurts. And the best advice for people wondering, well, should I go back because I'm getting it so frequently? What should I do? Should I go back to the past? And the best answer the universe is giving me is, did it hurt? Then why would you go and do it again? And then people are asking then, well, what if they changed? Have they changed? That's a personal risk that every individual is going to have to make. That's why you go through these experiences in the first place. Nobody likes getting hurt, but they're to teach you that that indeed hurts. And a good analogy that the universe is placing on me is like when you went and you hit that wall and you fell down and it hurt. It creates like an internal fear inside of you to walk again. And Spirit is saying that it is better to walk and get hurt than never to walk at all. Like either way, you're going to learn to walk. You will be made to walk because you're intended to walk, whatever path that is. And there really is no right or wrong decision. If you go back to the past and you get hurt again, Spirit will help uplift you again. And if you keep repeating that and keep going back and keep going back and getting hurt each time, that's your lesson. It hurts. Don't do that. Go the other way. And if you go too far to the right and you hit that wall, the universe will pick you up again as well. It's about learning. There is no correct decision. But when you get that feeling inside of your gut that if you go back you're getting hurt, listen to that instinct. That's why it's there. That is Spirit speaking to you, telling you that if you go back there, you're getting hurt. Listen to it. That's your intuition. And if you come up with some like idea, well, you know, I've never tried this or I've never tried that and I want to attempt that, then that's Spirit also speaking to you, telling you, go in this direction. He's leading you. The universe is awesome this way. When you're in third parties and you've been with players and they're attention seekers and they're manipulative and they create a lot of hurt and defensiveness, chances are pretty good you're going to repeat the same cycle all over again with the wheel. You got hurt, and if you need to repeat a cycle to give this person another opportunity and you do get hurt, that's what your soul tribe is here for, to help you get back up again. There is no condemnation. There is no judgment. It's whether we need to repeat a cycle for our own learning, our own, maybe you want to give that person another chance. That's entirely up to you. But know that if you do venture out on that journey and you hit the wall, know we're here. We're going to help you get back up again. And the universe is there to help you get back up again. And some people do indeed want to repeat another cycle, and that's just okay. It's all right to do that. Don't feel that you shouldn't in any way, shape, or form. But Spirit's messages to the collectives are that you indeed are loved, that you're not invisible. They know you've been like the Ice Queen, cutting people off, or you've been cut off. This is a person on the outside who has a cold exterior because they're so soft inside. It's self-protection. And this is about expressions of love and heavy burdens that you've been carrying, and cycles and heartbreak. And, there is simply no right or wrong collective. If you feel led and you're strong enough to go back and repeat a cycle, then power to you. Our blessings are with you. And if it works out for you, how wonderful is that? And if it doesn't work out for you, know that we're here to help you get back up. And for those of you that know that's not healthy for you, and you've cut this person off and you have no intention of going back, good for you too, because you're meant to walk. And it is better to make a mistake or repeat a mistake than not to walk at all. And I just think that it's amazing how the universe helps the children. And there is no condemnation. You're not getting scolded if you return back and the universe is against you somehow. That it doesn't happen that way, and it's not going to happen. You're not getting scolded, but just know that if you've been wounded, when you go back, we're here to help you get back up again and put you back on your path again. And if you decide to walk in the opposite direction and go for this new love, and you're obviously willing to take a risk on going for a new love, know that if that fails too, we're here. It's just about learning. And it's better to get up and either walk left or right than never to walk again at all. So either way, it's all good. And they're just words of encouragement that the universe has for you, collective. And so many people are so worried about the situation, and they're afraid. And you know what? Don't fear. Just listen to your instincts. You know within yourself, if you get back up and you want to return to a situation that you know is going to hurt you, that's your gut instinct telling you don't go that way. And if you're just afraid of getting heartbroken and you cannot move forward because you're living in fear of getting your heart broke, there's an old saying, nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. If you're not having any movement at all, it's not healthy. So the universe would prefer you to either move this way or this way. And if you're moving ahead just with yourself, that's still forward movement. You're not just sitting there afraid to move. The universe doesn't want you to be afraid to make a move. So, just trust your own instincts. There's a word of caution, like if you're going to tarot card readers and they're instilling fear in you about returning here or there, know that the universe is not into instilling fear. They're going to love you no matter what decision you make or what direction you go. They're going to help you and steer you on your course. And the universe does not operate in fear, but you'll feel something. It's just like a knowing when you're listening to your spirit guides and the universe is speaking to you. They go, you'll just hear it. If you go that direction, know that if you hit an obstacle and trip, that's a pre-warning sign. Like if you go to move in that direction, the universe will usually put like a stumbling block before you get a big hurt. So if you are deciding to go back to someone that you've already received a hurt from, The universe will give you a warning. They'll put up a stumbling block to prevent you from, like, if you proceed further, you're really going to get hurt. Listen to that level so you avoid a big, big hurt. It's for anybody. New love, old love, doesn't matter. There is a blockage there. And then the universe will put another block there as a caution and tell you you're going the wrong direction. And those are the things we should be paying attention to, and to maneuver around those blockages so that we don't get that big hurt. And that is why a lot of people are so afraid, because they're afraid that they're going to get hurt. Well, listen to those red flags, those obstacles, they're warning signs. Well, you know, I tried to go back and then this person vanished for a few days, or they're red flag. You're heading down the wrong path. Listen to it and go the other way, and just keep maneuvering along. Just keep along your path. And these roadblocks are set up to avoid us from getting the big hurt. And when we get the big hurt, it's because we don't pay attention to the roadblocks. We'll get detoured, and the universe will do everything in their power to discourage you from going in that direction if it's going to hurt you. So just trust in your spirit guides and the universe, because they are directing you. And you know, the universe never operates out of a place of fear. They would rather you make a move than not move. So you're gonna know. You're just gonna know. If you go back to the past and then they ghost you for 3 days, so that's a pretty good clue that you're heading in the wrong direction. Or if you go back and they are telling you things that don't make sense, it's because they're not making sense. It's like, well, I attempted to go back to my ex, and then the first week it was good, but then he started, or she started getting, like, hiding their phone, or they started backing off. That's a clue. Go the other way. See ya. Bye. But at least you tried it, right? You're gonna know. There is no condemnation if you do or you don't. You'll be guided the whole way. And this message is for reassurance for those people who are trying to make that decision. Know your spirit guides are with you, loving you, thinking of you, wanting the best interest for you. So know you're not invisible. And they know you've been heavily burdened about this expression of love here, and that there are new cycles coming in, old cycles repeating. Some of them are heartbreaking and player energy and wanting just a victory to have the higher ground, and it involves a whole mess of things. So, call of the muse, you're being called upon, collective, to reach out to your own spirit guides, and know that if you do attempt to go back to the past and you hit these roadblocks, or you start feeling invisible or heavily burdened, go the other way. That's the wrong direction. And I thought that it may help a lot of you in making your decision making. There is no right and wrong. It's just all about learning to walk. And as a loving, universal parent, they're not going to condemn you either way. They're just going to help you up again and put you back on your path. And know that a lot of these situations have derailed you off your path, and that's why they're set up there, to derail you from where you are supposed to be going, your own personal path. These situations come along as obstacles to keep you off the path that you're intended to walk, from receiving this information and this knowledge of truth that you walk on, and that these are simply just obstacles. Just, they hurt, but keep going on your journey to move forward. And they're helping uplift you as a wonderful parent does. And I hope that some of these messages will help you in your decision making process. And just know you're truly loved and you're not invisible to the universe. All these hurts, they're just lessons to help you on your own path. They're going to keep lifting you up. They're going to keep encouraging you to walk. And forward movement is better than no movement at all. I love you, collective. I hope this assists you in making your decisions today. Good luck, everyone.